If you want to stop chasing payments and actually get paid on time, there are 5 things you need to fix in your billing process. These things are common to just about every service company. You see, most contractors have never been taught any of them, and I have seen these mistakes over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through all 5 payment mistakes and give you the exact fix for each one. So by the end, you'll know exactly why you're getting paid late and what you can do about it. Now, before we get into the 5 fixes, let me walk you through what's actually happening in the industries. You see, today, about 82% of contractors now wait over 30 days to get paid. That's up about 49% from just 2 years ago. Sadly, the average small service business has over $17,000 sitting in unpaid invoices right now. That can hurt you as a company. You see, that's money you have earned, money that you're owed, money that you could say is sitting in somebody else's bank account instead of yours. And in reality, late payments cost the construction industry roughly $64 billion a year. And we see that represented in emergency financing that you had to take out because payroll was due, but the checks hadn't arrived yet. And that's jobs you had to turn down because you couldn't float the materials. That's the stress every Friday, wondering if you can make payroll. In reality, roughly 30% of all contractors have actually stopped work on a project because of cash flow gaps. Now think about that. That's not because they didn't have work, because they didn't have money. That's the real cost of late payments. It's not just waiting, it's the after effect. It's the chaos that waiting creates. But we have really good news to share with you. You see, every single one of those problems are absolutely fixable. So let's focus now on the solution of how to get it on track, you could say. Well, mistake number 1 is vague payment terms. You see, most contractors start jobs with a handshake and a rough estimate. No clear contract, no defined payment schedule, and no consequences for late payments. And maybe you talked about the price. You mentioned when you'd start, but you never actually spelled out exactly when they owe you money and then what happens if they don't pay. See, when terms aren't spelled out in business, clients don't know when they're supposed to pay. Or worse, they may assume that payment is negotiable. They think they can pay whenever it's convenient for them. Now, the fix to this is relatively simple. You see, before any work starts, agree on payment terms in writing. When is the deposit due? When are progress payments due? When is the final payment due? What happens if they're late? Put it in the contract. Make them sign it. Guess what? Now there's no confusion. They know the terms when they hired you. Mistake number 2 is delayed invoicing. You see, most contractors will wait days, sometimes even weeks or a month before they send an invoice after the work is done. We get it. They're tired. It's been a long day. They're home now. They just want to relax. They've moved on to thinking about the next project even. You see, invoicing feels like paperwork that can wait until the weekend or the next week or whenever they get around to it. But every day you delay your invoice, you delay your payment. Now, let's do the rough math here. Think about it for a moment. If you invoice 2 weeks after the job and they take 30 days to pay, you just waited 44 days to get paid for work that you had already finished. 44 days. And that's assuming they pay on time. Well, that's very generous of you, but it creates a cash flow problem for your business. Well, the fix is easy. You see, the fix is to invoice immediately. Same day the work is done, even potentially before you leave the job site. Use software that lets you send an invoice from your phone in under 2 minutes. The faster you invoice, the faster you get paid. It's that simple. Mistake number 3 is no follow-up system. You see, most contractors send an invoice and hope the client pays. Sent, done, don't have to worry about it. But when they don't, then there's no process. And maybe you call them eventually. And maybe you send them another email when you remembered to do so. And maybe you just wait and hope it shows up, but it's random. And random follow-up gets random results. You end up chasing some invoices and forgetting about others. Again, the fix is simple. You see, the fix is to build a collections process before you need it. Decide in advance what happens at 3 days overdue. An automatic reminder email. What should happen at 7 days? Another reminder. What about at 14 days? A phone call. What happens at 30 days? Maybe a late fee. The key to the fix is automate as much of this as possible so you don't have to think about it. Because most clients aren't trying to stiff you, they're just busy. They forget, just like we forget. The invoice got buried in their email. A simple reminder often gets you paid that same day. But if you're not sending reminders, they assume you're not in a hurry. Mistake number 4 is friction in the payment process. To illustrate, if the only way to pay is to write a check, put it in an envelope, find a stamp, and then mail it, you're adding days of delay, maybe a week or more. Checks still make up over half of all businesses that pay other businesses, and they take forever. Now, your client might want to pay you, but they haven't bought stamps in 3 years, so the check sits on their desk. I've been guilty of that. The fix, though, is simple. Offer digital payment options, credit cards, debit cards, ACH transfers, etc. Give your clients a link they can click and pay in 60 seconds from their couch at 10 o'clock at night when they get the final reminder. You see, data shows that businesses that collect digitally get paid 4 times faster than those using paper invoices. So make it easy to pay you, and people will pay you faster. Remove the friction, and you remove the delay. Now, our final pain point when it comes to managing payment. Mistake number 5 is no client screening. See, some clients are just habitual slow payers. That's just who they are. They were slow payers before you met them. They'll be slow payers long after you're gone. They pay every contractor late. So if you don't screen for this upfront, you'll keep getting burned. You'll finish a big job, send the invoice, and spend the next 4 months chasing your money. What's the fix? Well, do a basic check before taking on a big project. Ask for references from other contractors who've worked with them. Search their name or company online. See if there are any complaints or lawsuits about non-payments. Talk to your network. If someone has a history of paying late, you have options. For example, you could require a larger deposit up front, or bill more frequently through your payment schedule throughout the project, or walk away entirely so you don't take that risk. You see, it's better to know upfront than to chase them for 6 months after the work is done. Now, when we think of all of these pain points in collecting payments, here's how it all comes together. Most contractors think getting paid late is a client problem. Frankly, bad and cheap clients who don't respect the work. But the contractors who get paid in 7 to 14 days work with the same types of clients you do. What's the difference? They set clear terms before the job starts. They invoice the same day the work is done. They have automatic follow-ups when payments are late. They make it easy to pay with digital options. And then they screen their clients before committing to a big project. Now, what's interesting about this is that's not some big fancy software project that only big companies can afford. It's just a simple system. And once you have it, you stop chasing payments and start collecting them. You see, the money will then be coming in predictably. Payroll stops being a weekly panic, and you can actually plan for growth instead of just surviving until the next check arrives. Everything I just walked through is exactly what we built in SolvePro that will do it for you. Where you get invoicing from your phone, automatic follow-ups, digital payment options, and a dashboard that shows you exactly who owes what and how long it's been sitting there. It's built specifically for service businesses and contractors between 1 and 100 employees. And you want to see how that plays out for your business in real time? Well, guess what? We offer a 30-day, no card required free trial. So if you're interested in that or modeling any one of these solutions, I'll leave a link in the description below. But if you first want to learn more about SolvePro and how it can help you scale and remove the chaos from your contracting business, we have a demo that walks you through everything you need to know before you start your 30-day trial. And that video should be popping up on the screen right now. So go watch it. See how SolvePro can help your business. And I'll see you on the next one.